Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer and today I'm going to talk about why I quit my job at the Ayn Rand Institute. Yes, I worked at the Ayn Rand Institute for 5 years. So today I'm going to talk about how I ended up working there and what my experience was like. And July 27 of this year was my last day working at the Ayn Rand Institute. The reason why I want to talk about this today is because I know there are a lot of people who are new to Ayn Rand's ideas, who just started reading her books or whatever, who have no idea that the Ayn Rand Institute exists. In fact, when I used to tell people that I work at the Ayn Rand Institute, they had no idea. Like, this is how it went. Hey, where do you work? Oh, I work at the Ayn Rand Institute. The Ayn Rand Institute, cool. No, the Ayn Rand Institute. Ayn Institute? Ayn Rand. Do you know who she is? No. So yeah, a lot of people have no idea that the Ayn Rand Institute exists. So that's another reason why I wanted to talk about this today. And if you came here just to hear some tea about the Ayn Rand Institute, you came to the right place because tea is about to get spilled. I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna spill any tea. There's no tea to be spilled. I mean, yes there is, but I'm not gonna say anything. It wouldn't be professional. So yeah, no tea will be spilled in this video. But I'm still gonna talk about some things. I was actually the CEO. Just kidding. I can't even finish that joke. Nobody would ever believe that. No, actually my job for most of my time there was being the person in charge of the social media of the Ayn Rand Institute. So, you know, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of that. I was in charge of those accounts and posting and spreading the word to the world. But before I tell you about why I decided to quit, I want to tell you about how I ended up working there in the first place. Oh, and if you don't believe me that I worked there, I have proof. This is my card, my business card. I never got a business card for when I became a social media person, but they gave me a business card when I first started working there as a marketing writer. Anyways, before I tell you about how I ended up working at ARI, I need to tell you about how I ended up discovering Ayn Rand. I'm gonna give you the very short version of the story because I plan on making a longer video in the future about how Ayn Rand affected my life. All right, so let's go back to the beginning. Well, it all started many years before I started working at ARI. It started in 2009. In 2009, I had no idea who Ayn Rand was or what her books were. I had no idea, or of her ideas, anything. But I was trying to go to college at that time, and I didn't have any money, so I was like, let me look for scholarships. So I went online, looked for scholarships, and I found this thing called the Atlas Shrugged Essay Contest, and it was basically, oh, read this book called Atlas Shrugged, and then write an essay, and you could win $20,000. And I was like, I can read a book. I like reading. Maybe my essay could win. So even though I didn't know what Ayn Rand was, what Atlas Shrugged was, I was just, I'm gonna do this contest. And the contest, of course, was being hosted by the Ayn Rand Institute, but I still didn't know what that was. Anyways, I started reading the book, and of course, like, it blew my mind right away. I was like, what the fuck is this? What is this? Why have I never heard about these ideas? This is crazy. So I was shook, and you know, I just wanted to learn more. I kind of even forgot that there was a contest. I was just so absorbed on the ideas and the book, and so of course I wanted to learn more, and you know, researching more her work. And then I found that there was a thing called the Ayn Rand Institute, and I started following them on Facebook. And you know, throughout the years, I started seeing that they sometimes would put ads for an internship program they used to have, or they have. And I was like, that sounds interesting, but I'm not sure. And in 2015, I finally decided to apply. I was like, I'm gonna apply to this internship program. But I was like, I mean, I really wanted to get in. I just didn't think I would get in because I was a film major, and I was like, oh, they probably want like people who are studying philosophy or English literature or something like that. But no, yeah, I did get in, and after I got informed that I was accepted into the internship, I was super excited. I was looking forward to seeing the institute, and my expectations were a little bit eccentric. I was imagining this like gold encrusted palace that I would walk in, and there would be a giant statue of Ayn Rand, and I don't know, like a museum or something. And then I go, and I'm just like, what the fuck? It was like this regular looking office in a business complex in Irvine. I was like, So that was a disappointment, just the look of the building does not match the name. Ayn Rand Institute. It should be called the Ayn Rand office. But other than that, the internship was amazing. It lasted like a month, maybe a month and a half, I don't remember. But there was very little office work involved. Most of the time that we spent there was like studying Ayn Rand's ideas, reading her books, and having discussions. So it was like a really great experience. A lot of my misconceptions of Ayn Rand's philosophy were clarified, and I learned a lot. But I also got to do some office work for the institute. Like they have people doing normal things there, accounting, mailing room, whatever. So I did some marketing writing while I was there. Very basic. But that same year later, a few months later, when I had just finished college, somebody from the Ayn Rand Institute reached out to me saying like, we're looking for a new marketing writer. You did some good work while you were at the internship. Would you be interested in applying? And I was like, I don't know, I was kind of taken aback because I never thought that I would want to work in an office, because I was studying film, so my goal was to become a filmmaker, writer, blah blah blah, right? And I was like, I don't know if I want to do an office job. But the idea of like promoting Ayn Rand's ideas and working for the Ayn Rand Institute was super appealing. So I was like, I think I want to do it. But at that time, I had just been offered an internship for a film-related company, but that one was going to be only like 2 or 3 months. And I had just graduated college, so I needed money, and I was like, you know what? This is more secure, and I think I wanna take this job at the Ayn Rand Institute. And another reason I wanted to take the job at ARI was because I had spent the past 4 years of my life doing nothing but film. Studying film, talking about film, making films. So I felt like if I wanted to produce good films in the future, I had to have some sort of real life experience so that I don't end up making films about making films. So yes, in late 2015, I started working at the Ayn Rand Institute. I was living in LA, and the offices of the Ayn Rand Institute were in Irvine. So for about 2 months, I commuted from Los Angeles to LA, and it was like 2 hours in the morning and 1.5 hours at night just with the commute. It was awful. I would just get home and sleep and then wake up and then go to work. I had no time for anything else. Anyways, when I first started working there, I was a marketing writer, so someone who writes copy, emails, blogs, things like that, but not content, just marketing writing. But a year after I started working there was an opportunity to take over social media. And at first I was kind of like apprehensive. I was like, social media, like that's not a real job. I don't want to do that. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that it would be an opportunity for me to do more creative things. So I decided to take the job, and I spent 4 years doing it. And it was fun, posting quotes about Ayn Rand, posting articles, blah, 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 being part of the strategy on how to reach more people with Ayn Rand's ideas. It was a fun job. But I mean, even when I first started working there, I told myself that I was not going to work at ARI for more than 5 years. That 5 years was my limit because, I studied filmmaking, so that's what I want to do. I told myself that in 2015, and here we are, 2020. Then I quit. And honestly, with this like quarantine and pandemic things going on, whatever dissatisfaction I had with my job, it just was amplified by being locked up. And I just wanted to leave. So I quit. But the time that I spent working there was really fun. I learned a lot because by working at the Ayn Rand Institute, I was constantly exposed to intellectual material that analyzes Ayn Rand's ideas. So I learned a lot. Like I would read about Ayn Rand's work every day. I would read Ayn Rand's work, to find things to post on social media. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I know a lot about Ayn Rand's ideas. Another thing that was very enjoyable about working at the Ayn Rand Institute was going to the conferences. They hold conferences every year, like the Objectivist Conference and Ayn Rand Con. So I got to go to all of those conferences, and it was super fun. You get to meet a lot of objectivists or just very interesting people or fans of Ayn Rand. You get to connect. get to make friends, you have social gatherings, and of course you attend all the lectures and listen to people that have great knowledge. So that was a big perk of working at ARI, getting to attend all of the conferences. I traveled to Pittsburgh, to Seattle, to Atlanta, Cleveland, and yeah, those were some of my favorite conferences. But if you don't know anything about the Ayn Rand Institute, they're basically one of 3 organizations that are currently trying to spread Ayn Rand's ideas, and in my opinion, they're the best. And you know, they have a lot of things to offer. They have podcasts, they have articles, they have books, they have free objectivist courses, they have conferences, just a bunch of resources to study Ayn Rand's ideas. But yeah, I mean, working at the Ayn Rand Institute was a surreal experience. It made a big impact in my life, but I also hope it doesn't hurt my future job prospects. Like, I hope people don't like grab my resume and be like, she worked at the Ayn Rand Institute, she must like killing orphan children, of course we will not hire her. I do not like killing orphan children, so please hire me. And yeah, now that I am free, I plan on focusing a little bit more time on filmmaking, which is what I studied. In fact, a few months ago, I made a short film called Earth Freaks. And of course, I'm making these videos because I always wanted to make Ayn Rand related videos, but not like serious ones. I wanted to make lighthearted, funny Ayn Rand videos, basically. So now I get to do that. Anyways, that was it for today. I hope you enjoy hearing my story, and also there will be a video next week. I'm just not sure if I'm gonna post it on Monday or Sunday like I usually do. There might be a delay because I'm going a little weekend trip this weekend, so I'm not gonna be able to edit it as fast as I usually do. Alright, that was it. Thank you for watching.